Welcome to Groundhog Day, brought to you by Bitcoin. It's a great film, such a good film. Bill Murray at his best, some might say. Anyway, yeah, thank you for joining me for another one of my videos. It's probably going to be on the quicker side because not much has happened. That's going to, for me personally, be rather more bullish than bearish. But let's get on with the price action analysis. So this is the 4-hour time frame. And let me just show you where I recorded yesterday's video. Oh, it was right there. And the price is now right there. So on the very low time frames, that's trending down. That was trending to the downside. For example, if you jumped on a 15-minute time frame, you'd see a sequence of lower highs and indeed lower lows. But at the end of the day, I'm not into scalping. I'm not really into the lower time frame stuff. The people who are, fantastic, good for you, but I'm not. So 4 hours probably my minimum time frame. Now, not a lot has changed since yesterday. I did point out that for the next volatile move, that's when volatility expansion increases and Bollinger Bands widen, which hasn't really happened yet. You need to keep an eye on which side of the midpoint the price is at. And at the moment, it's still below. So if volatility was to pick up from here, which it hasn't really at the moment, then you would expect a downside move. And to be honest, support resistance, well, it tapped beautifully. If you look at the support resistance level that I'm about to throw on, some might say it's a line of randomness, and they may be correct. But you can see here, so from these highs, that high was broken and retaken. That wick perfectly came down to basically 93.5. So certainly that I would say was a fairly technical pull back of sorts on the 4-hour time frame. It's more or less just consolidation now. But having said that, the way price is positioned within the Bollinger Bands at the moment, I'd be slightly more biased towards a downside move first. And it wouldn't be outside the bounds of possibility for a retest of 90,000. However, he doesn't think that's going to happen. You can see from the point of view of momentum, and I have to expand the MACD so you can see it properly. It is just below the zero line, and it crossed below at midnight, and it's still red. So it needs to turn back up first, and to do that, it needs to achieve 95.7 on a 4-hour closure, which is quite close to. And then I would suggest if it can close back above 96 and change, then it's definitely, at the very least, consolidation, ready for the next volatile move, probably to the upside. Now, how do things look on the daily? Well, I'll show you now once I've adjusted that. So here's the daily. Oh, there's not much going on, is there? So that's continued volatility contraction on the Bollinger Bands. Price remained above the midpoint, which is around about 94.5. And this was a day of early sales followed by buybacks. The momentum, so if volatility picks up from here, you got to have a bias for an upside move because the price of the midpoint. Will it be there tomorrow? Don't know. But it's still pretty early in the week, to be honest. And so if there's going to be some volatile price action, it could well happen this week. Now, the MACD, so momentum's still to the upside and has been since all the way back over here, which was the middle of September, but it is cooling off again. And you can see it'll continue to cool off for daily closures below 995. So, it's going to cool off until Bitcoin hits a new all-time high, or 6 figures, which the anticipation is getting quite significant now. So not a lot has happened on the daily time frame. No point checking on a weekly because it's Tuesday. So I guess daily looks like it's setting itself up for a volatile move to the upside. When that happens, don't know. It'll be much later on in the week. If there's much more sideways and down on the 4-hour, I would suggest, and for that to be less likely Bitcoin needs to retake pretty much 96.5. All right, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please like and subscribe. And join me tomorrow for Wednesday. And that'll be midweek on CME, so we'll check out the week. Take care. Thank you for joining me. See you tomorrow.